Hey everybody, Sarah here. This is just a quick video. Um, there's two things I want to talk about. Uh, alright. I gotta start with the not so happy stuff, and then I'm gonna go into the happy stuff. So, yeah, it is the 8th of September, 2023. So it's a whole year since the Queen died. Um, it's so weird. I can't believe it's been a year already. It literally feels like yesterday when I remember sitting. Actually, well, I think obviously on the news they were going on about people. Was it like Charles and William and um Andrew? Who's the other person I'm thinking of? Edward. So there was somebody else. Charles was already up there. Anne was already up there. I mean, was it Sophie? I can't remember, but yeah, I remember seeing that on the news. Although that was on the news then. And then I remember I had to ring my mum, and I was up here, and I had to tell you because I was keeping up with like what was going on, you know, how things were going. And I can't remember if they were talking to somebody in the studio or um, they were talking to someone. I'm pretty sure they were talking to someone, and obviously the camera was showing like Buckingham Palace and all that. And I can't remember if it was from a distance or if it was zoomed into the. No, because they wouldn't have known. Well, they would have known. But I think it was from. I can't remember exactly, but I just remember looking at the telly, and then I was like, because all right, we all know that if something happens to somebody in the royal family or the monarch, that they'll put their flag at half mast. I remember watching the telly at that point. The news was on at that point, and I was looking at the telly at that point as well. And I mean, before, the flag had been like as normal. So I remember looking at it. I remember looking at the telly, and then I was like, that flag has been lowered, like not all the way down, but like half mast. And it's like really weird. It's like, you know, when you hear like some people have passed away, I think it depends on how, not how well you know them, but how, like if somebody said, oh, like if I've read a few things on the Daily Mail about I can't remember who now, but it was like somebody from something that died. Never heard of them, and um like I didn't have that like feeling. Um, Even like Michael Parkinson, even though I knew who he is or who he was, um, like it wasn't like that sinking, not sinking feeling, but like that feeling. Um, I'm trying to think. All right. Anyway, I'll get. Well, hang on. Yeah. So the two times I can remember definitely feeling it. Um, Actually, it's probably no. There's been a few times actually. There was Elizabeth Sladen. I remember being on Twitter when it was Twitter, and his name was trending. I thought, oh, why is their name trending? And then I clicked on it, and then it was like how she passed away. I just remember that sinking feeling and like that heart drops to your stomach kind of thing. So there was that. There was Darius when um, when Darius died. Was when I read it online. I remember thinking, actually, I think it said like Pop Idol Darius Dinesh Get It 41 or however they wrote it. And then I was like, I had to like reread it because I was like, no, hang on, not Darius Dinesh. So that was another time. Stephen Gately, that was another one because I that was like so sudden, like what the hell. I remember that. I just I can't remember if I read. I mean, yeah, I think I did read it. And like, what was he? 30, I'm 36. He was 33. I'm literally 3 years older than he was when he died. And that's just yeah. So that was another time. Um, and then there's Morris and Robin Gibb. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what was worse. I mean, my favorite BG. I mean, I love all three of them, but my favorite out of those two was Morris. Is Morris? I mean, he'll always be my favorite. So that's what I'm saying is, you know what I mean. But yeah, I remember waking up. Oh, the alarm had gone off, and I think the news had just come on, so I was like half asleep, and I'm pretty sure it was like the top story, and there was that like a sinking feeling, or the heart drops to your stomach kind of feeling. There was that, and I just remember like on the radio that day they would do like a year, they play a certain year, and last Sunday they'd actually play BG songs every hour, every however often it was. So there was that for Morris. Robin, we oh yeah, Morris was kind of sudden because I mean he'd had surgery, but like was getting better, and suddenly he's gone. With Robin, we knew he was ill, but then he's woken up. Sounds kind of like Morris all over again. And then what was the other thing? Um, I can't remember. I read it somewhere on I can't remember. I don't know if it was Facebook or somewhere. It's somewhere online. I've seen it anyway, and I just remember reading whatever it was. And I thought this can't be happening again. Like I said, Robin wasn't my favourite. It was always Morris, Barry, Robin, Andy. Um, but I was like, I'm a fan of a three-piece band, and there's literally one left. Now I'm panic every time I see Barry Gibb mentioned because I'm like, what? You know, I'm like that. Yeah. So this like sinking feeling. Anyway, going back to what I was started talking about. Um, when I was watching the news and I just saw this flag had been lowered to half mast, and this heart drop into your stomach kind of feeling. I remember so clearly like now. I was literally sitting here looking at the telly, seeing that, and then I was like, she's gone. And I've seen videos as well, like I think they were telling people, not telling people, they were talking to people like somewhere in London, and some of them had, didn't even know. And they were like in a state of shock. I mean, is that really weird thinking about it? Like, what? Why I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna be the queen of my life. I mean, of course she wouldn't have been. She's not gonna live until whatever age. Yeah, so how it's already a year, I have no idea. Um, anything else? I don't think there was anything else about that. So thinking about King Charles and William, I nearly said somebody else then, but I'm not mentioning him. Kate, George, Charlotte, Louis, all the rest of the family. Um, yeah, so it is, that was one thing I was going to talk about. The other thing is, alright, there's 2 games coming up this weekend. I say this weekend. I'm just going to check what day it is actually on. I'm not actually sure if the other one is. Oh, thank God it is on. I was just like, is it actually on telly? Yeah, so Saturday. Oh, actually, the World Cup, the football. No, not football World Cup. I'm sorry, no. The Rugby World Cup starts tomorrow. Technically today. Tomorrow England are playing. Sunday Wales are playing. I think I got that right. And then I was like, hang on, England are playing rugby on Saturday. England are also playing football on Saturday. So I was like, and obviously they're going to be on different channels. So I was like, please do not be on the same time. Thankfully, England are playing football at 5 o'clock, or kickoff is 5 o'clock, I think. So, yeah. So I'm excited about the World Cup. Well, I think I'm more excited about the football than the World Cup, only because the way England and kind of Wales are playing, who knows how far they're going to get. I mean, touch wood, one of them gets to the final, but I have no idea which one, if any. Yeah, so I'm talking about the football instead. So there's like I said, England's are playing on Saturday, and then they're playing on Monday or Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday when I just looked the other game. It's Ukraine and England on Saturday, Scotland and England on Tuesday. And because the Ukraine one is the qualifier for Euros, the other one is a friendly. That's why I was like, it's actual telly, it better be on telly. I want to watch Harry Kane on telly. Yeah, so I gonna be watching the games this week. Well, this week, I mean, this weekend and on Tuesday. So anyway, yeah, there's that. So I'm so happy about watching. I mean, I'll watch all the players. I mean, I was even watching the Women's World Cup and the under 21 Euros, even though the under 21 Euros. Well, I thought I didn't know any players, but Skip I knew because he plays for Tottenham. But whenever I get to watch Harry Kane or Gareth Southgate on telly, I'm happy. Now, I finally managed to get tickets to go see an England match in Wembley, and I'm so happy about it. Oh my God, how bloody stressful it was. So I was on my laptop, ready to for 12 o'clock when the things went on sale. The tickets went on sale, and there was like, I think it was like 5-2 or something. And I refreshed the page and it said, where it had coming soon for like ages. When I refreshed the page, I did keep refreshing the page, but this time when I refreshed the page, it said, buy tickets. And I was like, it's not even 12 o'clock yet. Go and press it. My bloody laptop freezes. So I had to like restart it. And I was like, come on, don't be so bloody slow. And it was going so bloody slow. I was like, oh my god, this cannot be happening. Managed to get onto the thing, and then obviously joined the queue. And it said like 5 minutes. I was like, that's not bad considering like I done a trial run, should I say, of when was it? When I don't think it was the Italy tickets. When they went on sale, I did a trial run of going on there, seeing how long it would take me to get on there, what I'd have to do, all that kind of stuff. And that was like, I was sitting here for an hour that day. I don't know if it's because more people wanted to see the Italy game, I don't know. Yeah, so I was, yeah, so 5 minutes, and then obviously get through to the thing, buy the tickets, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So do what I have to do, put in my details, put in card details, press enter, submit, or whatever it was, and then it was like doing, the thing goes round when it's like processing payments, the thing was going around, and it was doing that, and then it took me back to the page, where it's got like what tickets do you want? Like, do you want Australia and England, or England and Australia? Do you want don't know why it said England and Italy, because it was all out, and whatever the other ones were. And I was like, why are you taking me back to this page? Check my emails, no money had come out. No email, confirmation email. Check my bank account, no, nothing was pending. So I like rang my bank and they said nothing's pending, so I tried again. And then I must have tried 3 times, and none of the times it worked. And I was like, oh, this is not bloody fair now. I thought I booked a hotel because I know what it'd be like if I didn't book the hotel until after I got the tickets, and I won't be able to find a blooming hotel to stay in, so I'd already booked the hotel. So I was like, oh my god, I couldn't find a number to ring, ticket office. I finally found one like an hour and a bit later. And I explained. Oh no, I rang, started explaining to someone, and then it went off. It went dead, and I was like, oh, for God's sake! So I rang again, and then finally got through to someone, and I explained that, and they said, oh, sorry about that. And then I don't think it was the same person. And then I explained everything, and then she was like, I can book the tickets over the phone for you. I think I said, like, would I be able to book them over the phone because I know they'd be done. I know it would have gone through and all that. So she said, like, I said what price tickets I wanted, and then she said like what block it would be in. I think it was block 512 or something. And then she was like, do you want the front row? And when you think front row, it's normally more expensive. And I was like, that would be the same price, wouldn't it? She said, yes, it would be the same price. And I think it's the end of the row as well. I'm not completely sure because I can't find one that's detailed enough to see like where the seats actually are in the row. But I think it could be like 2 at the end. No, 1 at the end and 1 next to it. So yeah. So when she said that was all done and everything, I don't know if it was just because of the stress of going through beforehand, but when I finally got off the phone, I cannot tell you, I had tears in my eyes. I was like almost in tears because I was like, oh my god, I finally got tickets. I'm finally gonna be able to see Harry Kane play in the flesh. I'm gonna see Gareth Southgate. Why the hell did I just forget his name? Um, who else? All the England team, but I mean, that's why I was. I mean, I could have chose any like game to go to in the future, but I was like, one, I want Harry Kane to be playing, and he'll be playing for years to come. But then I was like, I also want to be at a game where the manager is Gareth Southgate. Between, well, the game I'm going to is the last qualifier, and there's no England games after that, I don't think, until the Euros. And obviously, I'm not going to go out all the way up to Germany to see Euros, and they're going to be expensive tickets. And I was like, if he leaves after the Euros, um, if Southgate leaves after the Euros, I am not going to be able to see him as a manager. So, yeah. So I'm just like, and I was thinking, while I'm waiting for these tickets to, um, the things to come out for the tickets before they went on sale, I was like, do I listen to It's Coming Home and what's the other one? Southgate You're the One. And I was like, no, I'm not jinxing myself. As soon as those tickets had been confirmed that I got them, I was like, I'm playing that song. Yeah. So 2 games. All right. England, Ukraine. England's are gonna win. Ooh, what was the score before? Is it 2-0 or 2-1? 2-0. Harry scored. Um, I want to say it's 2-0 again. Although, yeah, 2-0 to England. Scotland and England. 3-0 to England. I know it was 0-0 in the Euros, but this is just a friendly. Yeah. So, I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.